Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. So this video, trigger warning, this is absolutely crazy. When I watched this, I knew I had to talk about it, and I want to focus on not just the topic of this video, but the greater reality and a greater issue that it presents. This may make you mad. It made me extremely frustrated to watch. This mom in California, in a nutshell, is suing the Salinas School District for literally having, because of teachers, were literally grooming her daughter to be transgender. Again, this is a greater issue than just transgenderism. This is every other area when it comes to evolution, when it comes to atheism, what the school districts are doing. And I want to challenge parents, get involved in your kid's life. So yeah, she's suing them, and we're gonna watch this here, guys. This is, again, absolutely crazy. We'll talk, and I'll pause a little bit more for copyright issues. If I let it play through all the way, I'll get a copyright strike. So I'll pause it and talk about my thoughts as we go. But check this video out here.
You took away my ability to parent my child, even before I had any knowledge. I didn't even get to show support. You asked for support, I didn't get a chance. Your job was to educate my child in math, science, English, etc. Do your job and let me do mine.
That was Jessica Konen, a mom. So why is she so angry? Well, Ms. Konen entrusted her 7th grade daughter to the Spreckels. It's a California school district who...
Mom scolds California school for allegedly coaching her 12-year-old into becoming trans. Coaching her 12-year-old. So now you know why she's screaming. I would be screaming as well with 4 kids of my own. If someone coached my daughter to be trans, I would be screaming, but just it gets worse.
In turn, conspired to change the girl's gender, name, and pronouns. And they did this video in the intro. California school district.
Gender, name, and pronouns.
Who in turn conspired to change the girl's gender, name, and pronouns. And they did this entirely behind her parents' back by telling the 7th grader her mother could not be trusted. Ms. Konen joins me now exclusively, along with her attorney, Harmeet Dillon, founder of the Center for American Liberty, that's taken this case. Jessica, just hours ago, you announced that you are pursuing legal action against the school district. Briefly explain what happened.
Well, it kind of starts, you know, my daughter, I love her, and she deserves this justice. My family's already gone through so much, and nobody else needs to go through this. No family needs to suffer. Starting at 6th grade, they're 11 years old, they're already vulnerable.
Wow.
You know, you wouldn't expect a teacher to be predatorial towards a child that they're supposed, you know, the teacher, they're supposed to be trusted, and they stepped out of their line. In 7th grade, you find out, you know, that there's secrets, there's lies. Their tactics are disgusting. Yep. I feel as a mom disturbed by this because it is my right to parent her, and they took that right away from me.
So this is the issue, guys. Teachers are not supposed to be parenting kids. They're supposed to be teaching kids. And a lot of times, because we don't parent our kids, we allow the teachers to. And I've said this before, if you don't disciple your kids, the iPad will. If you don't disciple your kids, the devil will, the teachers will. And so this is a case of that, of the teachers discipling, teaching, training. You put your kids in school all day long. They come home, you have little contact with them, and then you have no clue what they're being taught, no clue what's going on. This is in California. I live in California. I would never in a million years send my kids to public school, because this is exactly what is going on in our public school districts. Absolutely, she's absolutely right.
Yeah, specifically, I want people to understand who are watching this. And Harmeet, obviously you're representing her in this litigation.
That's her attorney.
Specifically, what did they do to Jessica's daughter, or urge her to do, that is so disturbing in this case?
Absolutely. So there's 2 teachers, and with the knowledge of the principal, what they were doing is identifying children who they thought belonged in a secret equality club that was for children questioning their sexual identities. And they invited kids, including Jessica's daughter, to be in this club. And then they told these kids, do not tell your parents, and specifically Jessica's mom, do not tell them, they cannot be trusted, what's going on here. They gave them reading materials about transgenderism. They secretly changed the pronouns, but went in front of the parents, referred to their children by their birth pronouns, behind the parents' back in the school, used their new identity. And all of this was done secretly. And then suddenly they called Jessica in and informed her that going forward, her daughter was to be referred to by male pronouns, by a different name.
They told, Can we just have a moment of silence? They told the mom that her daughter is now need to be spoken to with male pronouns. Think about how crazy in a school district, and the principal knows what's going on. Again, this should illuminate and wake us up what is being taught in our schools, what is being taught to our kids, and y'all let their iPads disciple them. I'm telling you right now, what they're watching on YouTube, what they're getting, some crazy stuff out there.
They've changed it in the school records officially, Laura.
They changed it in the school records.
And it was presented to the mom as a fait accompli. And of course, as you saw from the video in the intro, Jessica was outraged by the usurpation of her right to make this decision jointly with her daughter. Now, Jessica is very supportive of whatever her daughter wants to be and decides. It is not for these teachers to predatorily assume this. And one more thing, Laura, is that what's interesting about this is that this happened before COVID. So when COVID started and remote learning started, eventually the daughter began to change back into her original identity because she wasn't under the constant grooming influence.
Okay, so the daughter starts changing back because she's doing remote learning, and the reason why is because she was never trans to begin with. I'm telling you guys, this is a deception. This is a brainwashing. People saying you need to be a part of this group. You are this. This is what you are. You're a boy. You're a girl. Telling them what they are. And the kid who's young, moldable, shapeable says, well, I guess that's what I am. But then all of a sudden now the teacher's not around, that demonic influence. And the kid's like, well, actually, I'm not. I'm actually a girl. Just this is so spiritual, guys, that this is absolutely crazy.
Of these weird teachers. And secondly, the teachers were also monitoring, using the software that they use for remote learning, what children were looking up, and then using that to try to put more kids into this secret channel.
Oh my God, this is like a lot of parents' worst nightmares. You know, you send children to school and you think your kids are going to be taught the basics. Instead, they're being lured into, something that the parents aren't aware of and don't support. Or Jessica, both the teachers accused that Harmeet just mentioned of radicalizing your daughter led this workshop, I guess it was titled, How We Can Run a GSA in Conservative Communities. We keep no records, Buena Vista Middle School teacher and LGBTQ club leader Lori Caldiera states. Sometimes we don't really want to keep records because if parents get upset that their kids are coming, we're like, yeah, I don't know, maybe they came, we would never want to get a kid in trouble for attending.
Wow.
If parents are upset.
Not even telling the parents their kids are going to this stuff.
So Jessica, they're admitting they're keeping the real truth and what they're doing from parents. They're admitting it.
That is correct. They have not one time denied any allegations towards them. If anything, they keep justifying what they've done. And it's not them that need the justifications, the children they are hurting. They need to stop messing with our children. It is not their jobs to do that.
Yeah,
they think it's their job. Harmeet, hold on.
This is happening to a lot of kids.
Yeah, they think it's their job. Actually, Harmeet, they're on a mission.
Yep.
To propagandize to kids and try to subvert parental authority, especially if you're a parent who has traditional religious or Christian or just traditional views on sexuality and gender. Then you're really a target. And I think this is purposeful.
100%.
Yes.
Purposeful. Yes. But what would the lawsuit seek to get as far as damages or firing or specific performance?
Laura, today we issued the first step here. When you sue the government, you have to issue a government tort claims notice. We did that today, and we're seeking damages for intentional infliction of emotional distress, conspiracy to violate civil rights, the violation of the civil rights, and negligent infliction of emotional distress. And so we think that there's a lot of this going on, and we're very interested to hear from other children and other parents who believe this may have happened in this school district, Buena Vista, or any school district.
And you could have a class action here, Harmeet. We got to roll, but there could be a class action. Center for American Liberty does great work, and you are our Freedom Matters charity for this month as well. So everyone get great gear on Freedom Matters.
This is guys, it makes my blood boil that this is happening in the school districts, that our children are being demonized by these activists, by these teachers, brainwashing them. And this is what why I made this video, to wake us up to. What are our kids watching? Who are they talking to? What are they doing? Don't believe the lie that you need to be your kid's friend and not worry about what they're into. Get involved with your kids. Talk to your kids. What are you talking about at school? What are they teaching? Where do you guys this? Where? And get involved, because if you just turn a blind eye and you just bury your head in the sand because I'm stressed out, I had a long day at work, the devil is going to disciple our children. We have to take this job back, tell them about God, share your testimony with them, start a prayer meeting, start a daily Bible reading with your kids, because this stuff is happening all over the school districts. And a lot of us parents, I have a lot of friends and family that send their kids to public school and don't even think about the fact this is causing unrepairable damage to their children. And then when their kids 16, 17, 18, I don't know why they rebelled. I brought them to youth group on Sunday and they had a pizza party, but there was no real God in their life. There was no real conviction in their life. There was no real Holy Spirit in the home, and you were never involved with them. God has given you children as a gift, and we need to steward the gift that God has given us. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, type in the comments what you think about this video. I just want to wake us up and talk about some of these relevant issues. I know we do teaching on Monday, we have podcasts on Tuesday, we do call-ins on Friday, we do Zoom deliverances, but covering some news topics here and waking us up is also necessary. If you like this style of content, let me know in the comments and I'll keep doing it. It's kind of new for me doing this news reaction stuff, but let me know in the comments, subscribe to the channel, and tell me what you think about is going on right now. I definitely know we're in the last days. I know it's just going to get worse, but it really does help, guys, if you leave a like and comment and subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next video.